Joining me on Newsnight this evening is Gerald Siranda, who is the new Secretary General of the Democratic Party. Good evening.
Good evening,
Welcome
Brian.
to Newsnight.
Thank you.
You have taken over, some would say, very, very big shoes to fill, and a very young man. How has the task, been so far?
First, for me, is to appreciate the leadership of the party and the delegates that entrusted me with this position. I was voted by the delegates in 2015 as a Deputy Secretary General, not assistant, Deputy Secretary General. So it's within the constitutional mandate of the party that in the absence of the substantive office, the deputy takes charge. And I've been doing this role very closely with Honorable Mathias Nsubuga. May he so rest in eternal peace. He has been the chairperson of IPOD. I have been his deputy.
Right.
Everywhere he's been a chair or a leader, I've been the deputy. We've designed work together. We've worked closely. Even when he had misunderstanding with some people, they required me to step in. So it's a big task, but this task can be accomplished with a team. And everybody that feels this is a serious task and a very big task is welcome on board to guide me and the team as Secretariat to do work. It's not only me. I am a driver, the Secretariat, the hub of the party, but we work as a team. Together.
Your party is now, leading, for lack of a better word, the LC1 pre-campaigning. We just ran a story of how it looks like these elections are going to be rescheduled. Your party still has been accused in the past of being absent in critical conversations, of having presidential candidates. Instead, you supported another candidate. Half of your supporters also went to another support of a different party. How significant do you think these LC1 elections are for DP?
I think as a party, we are the mirror of conscience for this country. We just don't want to run into everything. What we are trying to do as a party is try to be conscious, is try to bring a position that we think is equal, that we think is better for a better Uganda. LC1 elections are very critical. These are people that we live with routinely, on a routine basis. They can actually sentence you for less than 2 weeks. And what we are saying is that, why rush? We're only asking for 30 days after gazetting. We are saying we cannot go to election without a proper register. We don't have a register. There are many people that missed to voting the other time in general elections. Others were below the age and now they have turned 18. We are saying we should give them an opportunity to get registered and then they participate. Some of us work in Kampala. Maybe we voted the other side in general election, like me, I voted in Palisa. Maybe I would want to vote an LC in an area where I stay. This process, the bill does not give an opportunity to do update, to clean up the register. It is even removing the powers of a tribunal.
And are you still going to use some of those excuses? Because the conversation still is the Democratic Party does not have the ability to bring leaders forth to positions like these. You do not have party structures and the grassroots. That's the conversation that's going on.
Not all parties are strong everywhere. But what we are saying, we don't care which party takes the day, but we want a proper process. We are saying we cannot go to elections without gazetting the villages. My village in Kasodo, Nangod A, this is a village that initially was one village. Now it has been chopped into security zones, into villaging, and people are not aware. The Electoral Commission itself is new in the office. We need time for it to do mobilization, to vote educate, to sensitize. We're saying Ugandans have not participated in an election like this of lining up for many years. For close to 15 years. And we're saying we should sensitize people, we should create awareness. And this election is saying from 21 days, is saying 2 days. You cannot nominate, you cannot clean the register, you cannot update, you cannot campaign and do election in just 2 days. We are saying this is a very sensitive position. People must sell their mandates. People must be given an opportunity to campaign. People must be given when is nomination. For instance, Brian, you can turn up even at 4. and you say, I won't be nominated. So the process that the party is spearheading is a very clean process. We're not only being selfish about ourselves, but we are being open to Ugandans. Look at the KCC Act. It talks about street committees, and there are streets in Kampala that are longer. For instance, if you go to Gava Road, how will you get a committee of Gava Road that ends up to Gava from the clock tower, passing many villages? There should be harmony between the KCC Act, the Local Government Act, the Ministry, the Committee on Presidential Affairs, and the Committee on Local Government. These are proper proposals.
That's what your party is calling for. In a statement that your party president released this morning, says, sometimes we have found ourselves all alone, abandoned, facing innumerable, furious, and intractable foes. You still have some of those divisions in your party. From where you sit, how are you going to take the Democratic Party to the next level, especially in this term?
No, mine is a very, very, very open process. Constitution plays its role. But I've also been part and parcel of the process that has been speaking to several people. What we need to do as a party now is to accept to get our hands dirty, build this party, build this institution, and we shall harvest. We're calling upon everybody that has an idea, even those that want to run for office. There should be a person in the office by constitution that should build the processes, that should call the National Council, as other people call it. What the president did was a constitutional interpretation. The constitution puts the Deputy Secretary General in the office, therefore the person to take charge of the office in absentia. And what the president did was a pronouncement. It wasn't an interpretation per se. It was a pronouncement, and as a CEO, it gives me that pronouncement. And as a driver, when there is a problem, you must take charge of that problem. And as a party, we're not really at a risk of running here and there. It's the president of the party. Mr. Kakande Kenneth Paul acted in the office for 4 years after Mwaka Lutukumoy went to NRM. Dr. Lulu Mebaiga acted in the office for close to 2 years when Ebilo Oto was out in the office. Honorable Susan Namaganda passed away as the deputy women leader of our party. We have been mourning for 1 year. Now we did the last funeral rites. We will fill this position.
But some people in your party, Gerald, see you as an outsider. You're not Catholic, you're not from Uganda, and that, seems to be shadowing your role there.
No, I don't think so. Maybe this is something that is fuel. Nobody has walked to me and say, you're not Catholic, maybe you're not a Uganda.
Are you being political about this now?
No, I am being real, because when you become a leader, you become a leader for all. I am being real. I was presented before the delegates, and the delegates voted for me. Myself, I was the chairperson of the campaign team of Team Mao that brought in Nsubuga.
Right.
I have worked well with Nsubuga, and I don't think people are going to look at my tribe, my religion. When you walk to the hospital, what you want to know is this doctor.
Can they treat me?
That's what we want. And for me, I think it is time that we accepted to work as a team, rather than wasting a lot of time here and there. We have to mobilize for LC elections, and I call upon every DP member. This is the time for us to mobilize our members to actively engage in this election. And my mandate now is to deliver a number of LC elections and to get our second term of our Yala seat. That is my main position of now, and mobilize for the building of a party headquarters.
Sure, we have to end that here today. Thank you so much for coming on Newsnight.
Thank you.
Gerald Siranda is the new Secretary General of the Democratic Party. That's Newsnight.